I got the oil draining underneath. Andrew, he asked me if I needed the ramps, and I said what?
Not that fat yet.
Yet. Nope, I'm not that fat yet. I can still fit underneath there without ramps, so. Yeah. Yeah. Shh. 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 Good job, honey. Good morning. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Support family farms. We're a 5th generation family farm from East Central Nebraska. This morning we separated off number 47. She is due at the calf in about 2 weeks. She's a little older. She's part of our retirement program over here. Gave her a couple shots of Draxin 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. She seems a little bit better, but she's still off by herself. So we're gonna lock her up. We're expecting some not so pleasant weather tomorrow. High today is supposed to be 60. We're supposed to reach our high tomorrow at midnight tonight. And temperature's supposed to drop all the way down to about 2 degrees. So chance of snow as well. So we're gonna lock her up in the barn this afternoon, and hopefully she'll make it through the weather. So this was our calving barn before we bought that movable shed that I showed you guys before in previous videos. Just one stall, got water there for her. She can move around in here just fine. Hayloft is upstairs, obviously. We get through there that way. Played basketball up there when I was a kid, when it was cold out. Nothing fancy, but it does the job. We can lock mamas in here and babies in here. The weather's gonna get crappy. Other than that, mostly it stays locked up, but still serves its purpose. It's close to the finish line. We don't want to lose anything. It's not too bad of a day today, is it?
Eh, not terrible.
It's a little windy, but we didn't have the wind to complain about. We have nothing to complain about. We're going to continue our project that we stopped last week. Running our continuous panels down here. We got all that we have left right there, 5 of them. We measured it off. It should be enough. Should have a little extra actually to cut off. Thank goodness the cows never went through here last week. This fence here, we're going to rip that out, obviously. Don't need that no more. We're going to reuse some of the posts that are there. That's why we need the pinchers, Andrew. We need to start taking that fence down so that we can pull the posts out. Hopefully finish this project up today. Don't worry about our wobbliness. Actually, that's right there where the joints come together. That's why it's wobbled like that. Brother's getting a couple more telephone poles. We'll have to cut those to 8-foot lengths, dig the holes obviously, and hang the fence. Maybe I'll put it. Got our first pole cut up here. Me and Andrew measured them off in 8-foot lengths. MS-251 steel's getting to work out this morning. Got a heck of a guy that knows how to sharpen chainsaw chains, and it went right through like butter. Gotta love a sharp chainsaw chain. Brother's getting one more pole. We'll cut that one up into 8-foot lengths. Then we'll start digging holes. Got 2 sections hung, that one and that one. We're working on number 3. We always dig our big end one first before we dig the middle one where Andrew's standing. Got my telephone poles all cut up into 8-foot lengths. We're not going to use all of them. I think the one we got sitting on the forks now we'll use, and maybe one more. The rest we'll throw back on the tree pile. Save those for a rainy day. When the shovel hits the, when the dirt hits the top of the shovel, you know it's enough. But Brother thinks he wants a little more. These continuous panels are hooked together to each other by these little pieces. There's a little tit welded on them. That's where they know where to stop. We just match them up that way. That's how they hold together. Right?
Yeah.
Take the big bit off, 12-inch bit off, to put the little one on. 9-inch bit sitting over there for the little pole. Not quite sure why he's taking it off right there, but
Hey, I'm not operating it.
no. Right in the gosh darn way. Here, I'll help you move it. Hold on. Now I'm getting the hole lined up. Aiming for that concrete post way down there. That looks pretty good right there. Dig it. Reusing the little post from posts that were here before along the fence line here where the fence line used to be. It's not happy hour yet. Not quite sure why that's out here. So all we're really needing new is just the telephone poles. That was the best thing I ever bought.
Another bit?
No,
Or
the
digger
postal
itself?
digger itself. So
Why,
I think,
you don't want to dig all these by hand?
I think when we set all these originally, we dug them all by hand. Which is why there's so many T-posts in here. We get tired of digging them by hand. Using the forks to set the telephone pole in the hole, because honestly I'm too damn old to pick them up by hand anymore. These little ones ain't so bad, but the big ones, that's for kids. How does that look? Is that pretty close?
Normally it only takes one try, but someone's slipping a little bit.
Well, that is what the finished product looks like. This last panel on the end, it fought us a little bit. I was always aiming for this side of the concrete post, but had to end up going on the other side in order to make it fit. There's a bind here on this. It's connections, but it worked out all right. We'll have to saw off the panel right there so the gate opens all the way, because right now it does not. But we're not doing that today because there's currently a burning ban in the state of Nebraska. There's a bunch of fires Thursday and Friday this week that burned up over 500,000 acres, so we don't want to be a statistic. So we'll wait for that for another day. Like I said earlier, we got a storm coming tonight, so we're gonna get the cows fed too while the weather's nice. couple alfalfa bales, so you got a little protein before the storm comes. Morning. Ever heard the saying, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the wind? It's bad today because of the wind. And now we're getting some beautiful snow now too. We're in a high, what I tell you, I'll hold on to it this time. We're in a high wind warning until midnight tonight. I don't know quite how bad it's blowing, but when you need two hands to hold on the steering wheel driving down the highway, it's bad. Snow is thankfully not accumulating very much. Well, that is what it was designed for. I'm going to open up these other pens here so these other ones can get in there too. Pretty hard to do one-handed. Difference today makes. Yesterday we're building that fence, continuous panels there, and today it's snowing. With the drop in the barometric pressure being as close as we are to calving, pretty necessary to walk them, make sure nothing's close. They're getting close. Everything else is up and eaten, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll leave you alone. Stay down. Emmett, he's tired of this crap. Apparently that bale wasn't wrapped as tightly as it should have been, wasting a hell of a lot of it. Everything looks all right. Come back out and check them in a few hours. It ain't getting no better. be so kind to think about liking and subscribing. We'd sure appreciate it. Cheers.